Well, it's Saturday night and you guys need to give me a medal because I've cooked dinner every single night this week. And while I don't want to get takeout tonight, I thought that I might get something a little bit more convenient, maybe something for the grill and some pre-made sides. And so I'm here at Hy-Vee and I thought, what a better time. Let's talk about things in the grocery store that are worth the splurge. Obviously, everyone is watching their grocery budgets nowadays because the price of groceries is so insane. I found string cheese at Walmart the other day for like $12 a pack. Like, what? But I still think there are some things that are worth the splurge at the grocery store. So let's go in and see exactly what those are. I guess it's probably a matter of opinion whether or not you think that the bagged salads are a splurge, but I honestly think that they are a great deal, especially when you can get them on sale. Like right now, the Dole ones are 2 for $7 at my grocery store. This is actually a cheaper price than Walmart, and I can get 2 salads out of this for lunches, so I definitely think this is worth the splurge. It comes with the dressing and all of the toppings that you need for it, so definitely thumbs up. So the pulled rotisserie chicken is actually a pretty, I would say, high dollar item. However, I really find that when I have this in my fridge, I eat a lot better during the week, especially since I have, you know, white meat protein already ready to go. I can throw it in salads or really whatever I need to. It's $10.99 a pound, so obviously a lot more expensive than buying, you know, raw chicken or even a rotisserie chicken, but all of the labor is done for you and it's really good quality. High quality deli meat is something that I will always spend a little bit of extra money on. I just think that for the price, yes, it's a little bit more than buying the prepackaged stuff, but you can definitely tell in the quality and in the taste that it's just so much better. So I always think that that's worth the bang for my buck. Freshly sliced deli meat. As far as the cheese, I could probably take or leave that. You know, in terms of freshly sliced cheese at the deli, I normally don't splurge on that. I normally just get the pre-packaged slices. Hummus is one of those things that's super cheap and pretty easy to make at home, but if you can find a brand that's really good, like locally we have this Oasis hummus. This is like the best hummus that I've ever tasted. It is pricey, but every once in a while I will splurge on it just because I think the quality is so great. Okay, so here's a random thought, but I really do think that the Campbell's brand of cream of chicken soup or cream of mushroom soup is worth it. In terms of the price, it's usually about, I don't know, $1 more expensive than the generic brand, but I do think that I can taste the difference, especially with the cream of chicken, so I do tend to buy the brand name. Okay, so how do you guys feel about generic mayo? I know for sure that the brand name mayo is gonna run you a couple dollars more than the generic, but I've always just found like Duke's or Hellman's mayo to be much better than the store brand, but let me know what you guys think. I personally think that name brand mayo is worth the splurge. One thing you definitely shouldn't skimp on is your mattress, and I'm super excited to be working with Helix again, so thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. I'm actually changing the sheets today, so that's why my sheets are off, but Adam and I have had our Helix for over 6 months now, and we love it. I know the last time I posted a video with Helix, you guys had a lot of questions. I answered them in the comments. Someone had asked if they are a plus size couple, if this mattress works for them. And yes, I'm gonna tell you guys all about it. And they're also having an awesome discount. So let me tell you all about that. If you guys aren't familiar with Helix Sleep, they make premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your needs. And conveniently, they are shipped right to your door, which for me is the best part. Everybody's different and Helix knows that. So they made a sleep quiz that matches your unique body type and your sleep preferences to get the perfect mattress for you. And if you sleep with a partner, you can take the sleep quiz together and find something that's the perfect compromise for both of you. I personally toss and turn at night, although I do like to sleep on my side and my stomach as well. Adam prefers kind of a softer mattress. I prefer a firmer mattress. And so we were able to take the sleep quiz and we ended up with the Helix Plus, which is perfect for us. I can actually sleep on my side now and feel like my whole body is supported. We also got the Glaciotex cooling cover, and it's a great way to keep cool in bed, especially if you are a hot sleeper. So definitely recommend that. What I like most about our Helix mattress is it is so much more comfortable compared to my old mattress, and it's also super easy to get delivered and put together. Adam and I put it together in like a few hours one afternoon on a Sunday, and it was seriously so easy. Even Adam was super impressed that it didn't require any tools to put together. But I think that's the best part, is that Helix delivers your mattress right to your door, and you can get free shipping in the US. The mattress comes rolled up in a box and is super easy to set up yourself. And if it makes you nervous to buy something that you haven't tried, Helix actually has a 100-night sleep trial. So you get more than 3 months to make sure that you love it. And if you don't, they'll actually pick it up for you and you'll get a full refund. Plus, Helix mattresses have a 10-year warranty, and they even offer financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away. We love our Helix, and I think you guys would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out Helix Sleep. Helix mattresses are also fiberglass free. Unlike other brands, Helix mattresses do not contain fiberglass, which can be harmful to your health. You can click the link below or visit helixsleep.com/Jen Chapin to get 20% off your Helix mattress. Plus, you're going to get 2 free pillows. So don't forget to either click the link on the screen right here or check that out below for this awesome deal. You guys will not regret it. Once again, the link is helixsleep.com/Jen Chapin. These bags of already washed and cut broccoli and cauliflower, while they are a little bit more expensive, or they can be, than the whole heads, I really think it's worth it to buy them like this, especially if you're working on trying to eat more veggies. Right now, these are actually on sale for $2.50 each. So I think that's I honestly think that's a great deal, and I think it's worth it, especially when you're short on time to buy this particular product. I also think that fresh herbs are another item that you just can't, sometimes you just can't substitute the dried version for. And so in those certain recipes, I do think it's worth the splurge to get fresh herbs, even though they are a little bit pricier. What is your guys' opinion on Velveeta? I see that the name brand is about $1 more expensive than the generic. Personally, I always buy the brand name Velveeta just because I think it tastes better, but some people have told me that they like Aldi's brand of Velveeta, so let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, so no surprise here, but I always think that good coffee is worth the splurge. Yeah, you're gonna pay a couple dollars more for the Starbucks than you are the store brand, but for the most part, with coffee, you pay for what you get, and I would rather have a great, strong, dark coffee. It's just an awesome part of my day that I don't want to give up. So I actually really think that individual bagged and packaged snacks like chips and things like that are sometimes worth it. I would say for the most part, I buy this stuff because it's easier to portion out, and you also get a variety of chips without having to buy like full bags of chips. But really, I just like the portion control. So for the most part, I think that individually packaged snacks like chips are worth the splurge. So when you're talking about dairy, I'm kind of on the fence depending on like brand name versus generic, depending on what the item is. Especially for cottage cheese though, I find that the brand name cottage cheese is definitely worth the splurge. It just, to me, it tastes better. Although I really have heard some people say that the Aldi brand cottage cheese is good. I don't know if I've ever tried it, but the good culture is definitely worth it. Okay, so I'm a firm believer, if you can find something that helps you eat better, even if it is a little bit of a splurge, I highly support that. These omelets are a perfect example of that. They are $6 for a 2-pack, but if this helps me get in like a high protein, low calorie breakfast quick and easy, and I'm not eating a donut, then that's a win for me. Okay, so you guys have probably heard me talk about these before, but the Tyson grilled and ready chicken strips, actually they're on sale right now, but regular price, they are pretty pricey. I want to say they're like maybe $10 each, but these really help me get a lot of lean protein in. Pre-cooked chicken, it's really good quality. I just pop it in the air fryer. I like the blackened one and the buffalo one, and since they're on sale, I'll probably pick some of them up. Cheese is something else that I think is sometimes worth the splurge. For me, if I'm including the cheese in a recipe, I often just use the generic or the store brand or whatever's on sale. But if I'm going to be serving it on like a cheese board all by itself, then sometimes I do think that buying the more expensive cheese is worth it. In terms of butter, I do really think for baking it makes a difference to get the name brand, but most of the time I do buy generic. And then olive oil is another one of those things. If I'm using it in a salad dressing, I do think that it's worth it to get the higher quality olive oil, but just for cooking, I'll use the light olive oil. Okay, so here's what I ended up with for dinner tonight. So I didn't really have a plan, you know, I just went to the grocery store and I said, speak to me, what should I make tonight that is gonna be super low effort? And I found these shrimp boil pans in the meat section. I actually think this is a fantastic price. So this is 20 bucks, $19.99. You get corn in there, these huge shrimp, sausage, potatoes, and then there's like some flavored butter. So you're actually, I think, supposed to cook this on the grill, but when you believe it, we are getting a huge thunderstorm right now with a lot of lightning, so I'm not gonna go out and grill. Instead, I'm gonna put it in the oven. So it doesn't have oven directions, but I don't know. I'm just gonna cook it at 425. I'll probably start with, I don't know, 20 minutes. The shrimp are still kind of a little bit frozen, so I'm gonna make that. I don't think the kids are gonna be super happy about, they like breaded shrimp, but they don't like just like regular cooked unbreaded shrimp. So instead I got them some popcorn shrimp, and I'm gonna make this along with some mac and cheese for them. And then I have a couple of those bagged salads. I guess I should have gotten a veggie. Oh well, no one's gonna die. Well, I guess there's corn in here, right? Yeah, there's corn in here. Actually, I have some corn on the cob in the garage fridge. I might cook that. I don't know, we'll see. Another splurge that I got, which I think is totally worth it, is fresh cherries. They obviously only come around, you know, once per year when they're in season. These were on sale. I want to say they were less than $4, which isn't too bad. So I went ahead and grabbed a box of these. We'll go through them in the next couple of days, but like I said, it's kind of a treat, and you don't obviously get them all the time. They're only in season for a short amount of time. And I did go ahead and grab a bag of the blackened chicken breast strips. So there's several different flavors of these, which I didn't really talk about in the store. There's the blackened ones, the buffalo flavored, and then there's also, I think it's black pepper and herb, or lemon black pepper and herb. Those are the ones I don't care for, the black pepper and herb ones, but I like the blackened ones and the buffalo ones. I would probably say the buffalo ones are my favorite, although this flavor kind of goes with more things. But either way, they are pretty, I mean, they're super convenient. Like, all you do is throw them in the air fryer for 10 minutes. It's good quality chicken. I love putting them in salads, and I will also oftentimes combine them with the bagged salads for a super quick lunch. Another thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't tell you in the store was the Sara Lee pound cakes. So if you need a super quick dessert, now obviously you can make your own pound cake, but sometimes you just don't have time for that. And this is actually really good quality. So what I will do is I will buy a pound cake, a frozen pound cake, and I'll let it thaw out. And then I also got some strawberries on sale. So I'll cut some of these up, toss them with a little bit of sugar, and we'll have them with the pound cake. And I've got some canned whipped cream in the fridge. So a nice little shortcut dessert, if you will. But if you've never tried this stuff, it's really, really good. Okay, so the oven baked shrimp boil actually turned out pretty good. The shrimp was good, the sausage was good. I think the corn was really good. The potatoes were like a little meh. Like, I think they're the pre-cooked potato wedges. What's that brand called? Like Simply Potatoes. I don't know. Do you guys like those? I've tried them before, and even though they're convenient, I find that they have like a funny taste to them. I think because they put some kind of preservatives in there, obviously to keep the potatoes from browning, and I think it like gives it a funny taste. But other than that, I thought that was a pretty good deal for 20 bucks. You know, even for a dinner for two with leftovers, that's only 10 bucks a person. My kids did not complain about the mac and cheese and popcorn shrimp, so that was good. And then I did wash up the cherries, so we had some of those. I set out some cucumber that I had sliced up, and then we also had some of the pound cake, like I said, sliced up with the strawberries. I just put the strawberries in a little bit of you just put a couple of spoonfuls of sugar in there. Adam and I were talking about this, so any of you guys that are like geriatric millennials like us, or you were raised in like the 80s and the 90s, I don't ever remember having strawberries as a kid unless they were tossed in sugar. And Adam said the same thing. He's like, anytime our moms gave us strawberries, they were always like sliced strawberries and then they would toss them in sugar. And I was like, did we just put sugar in everything back then? Or was it because, he's like, maybe it's because the strawberries weren't as sweet. Like maybe they hadn't figured out how to genetically modify them to be as sweet as they are now. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I think that's an interesting subject. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think is worth the splurge at the grocery store, and I'll be featuring some of those comments over on my Instagram. And if you're looking for something else to watch, you can watch my latest Costco haul right here.